they know, people know, if they give up, there will be another massacre. Like uh, 3 years ago, that people were arrested because they wanted their rights, and they even, not only they were executed, but some of them were, um, they were chained and dropped in the dam, and yeah, they were suffocated like that.
Iran's president has warned that he will not accept chaos as authorities continue to crack down on protests sparked by the death of a young woman in custody. Mahsa Amini died after being detained by morality police 2 weeks ago. State media say 41 people, including security personnel, have been killed and that more than 1,200 have been arrested in protests. Let's speak to Nasrin Parvaz, an Iranian women's rights activist who was arrested, tortured and sentenced to death in Iran in 1982 and who came to the UK as a refugee. Nasrin, welcome to the programme.
Thank you for having me.
It's good to speak to you. I suppose, first of all, how do you reflect on what is going on in Iran right now and moreover that is still going on? The protests have lasted for many, many days now.
Yes, it's 43 years anger and trauma that not only women who were um, arrested, beaten, executed, but all the people are suffering by this regime. And I'm not surprised that suddenly people came to the street. But I would like to say the president was the chair of a massacre committee in 1988. I was in prison then, and the regime appointed a committee to massacre prisoners, and this Raisi, the president, was the chair of it. Thousands of people were executed. More than 50 women were taken from the wing I was in, and they never came back. So, everyone in Iran has the experience of arrest, torture, execution in their family or their neighborhood. As I said, it's 43 years of anger.
It's interesting that you put it like that, given your own experiences as well. And I wonder if, when you compare your experience, about 40 years ago, to what you are seeing now, do you identify a difference, whether that be in the protests themselves or in the determination of those protesting? Do you feel this time is different?
No, unfortunately, these young people are fighting for the same cause, for the same rights that my generation struggled for. And we wanted freedom of expression and things like that, women's rights. And we were arrested. And the reason they gave for our arrest was the same thing that these young people are arrested for. They told us we are the agents of imperialism, America, Israel. And these young people are arrested for the same reason. They tell them they are manipulated by the foreign governments, and so they are tortured and killed. The regime has also 43 years of experience on how to crack down on people. But the only difference this time is that the uprising started by women, and this is exceptional. I think it's rare in the world. I don't know. I read history, but I haven't seen something like that. And I'm very glad that men are together with women. And I mean, they know, people know, if they give up, there will be another massacre. Like uh, 3 years ago, that people were arrested because they wanted their rights, and they even, not only they were executed, but some of them were, um, they were chained and dropped in the dam, and yeah, they were suffocated like that.
Yeah. Nasrin, thank you for lending your experience and your insights into the situation as it is now. We appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Nasrin Parvaz, an Iranian women's rights activist who was arrested, tortured and sentenced to death in Iran in 1982, now in the UK, came to the UK as a refugee. And an interesting consideration there, that what happens if you stop protesting, that if you stop resisting now, actually does that make it easier for an even stricter crackdown to happen? Something I hadn't considered before.
But huge amounts of bravery.
Absolutely, without doubt. Absolutely astonishing, really.